preparing to record the meeting.
Recording is on.
Yeah. So welcome to another music chat. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm not quarantined anymore. There for a while I was quarantined, I guess, but everything's
Why do you
open
feel
now,
that way?
Everything's open. I mean, like there's literally nothing that's like quarantine about it, except our office isn't open, but that's because we can all, but like all the retail stores are open, you know, like, actually, that's not true. I mean, some places have stayed closed of their own volition, and we're not exactly sure why. Like, there's one restaurant group that has completely closed, and it's like, you would think they would want to make some money. Like, we would go there. Like, they don't have patio seating, but they used to do takeout. They could still do takeout now. But, yeah, I don't know. So
I consider it a health risk, honestly.
If you're me too. Right.
Yeah,
definitely.
It'd be like if you knew that a restaurant had some kind of food poisoning or something like that, you wouldn't exactly want everyone to go to your restaurant and get whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if somebody there had COVID, then sure. But I mean, I guess we have a statewide mask mandate. So I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess it's not it's like there's still like some abnormality, but.
Depending on where you are in the state, I mean the mask mandate may or may not be a thing depending on like I've gone northern Wisconsin, like you know,
yeah,
it's hit or miss, mostly miss, and I'm looking at these people like, what the hell are you, like, what the hell's going on? You know, it's three people with like, you know, four teeth and 3 kids, and they're like, get in the dick, I told you to put that down, Jimmy, just coughing on everything. It's like, oh no. No, yeah. I'm out.
The most beautiful of people.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
those gorgeous human beings.
So we played with the YouTube sharing feature before. I don't know how much of this song. I may have shared this before, but I think it's worth sharing again. So. I don't know how familiar Craig and Ty are. Actually, Dominic, I think you were here. So the way that the YouTube sharing works is that you can't really talk over the video. You can like unmute yourself and then you will talk, but then like that'll stop the video. So you can do that if you want. But it's not 100% great. But I'm gonna since we're talking about masks and stuff, I am gonna share this very appropriate for metal video here.
We've all seen the pictures online of people who seem to think they're invincible. Well, you're not. Enough is enough. Go home and stay home.
Systematic emission is a must. This country reacts to the disease.
Nobody used the chat, but I didn't tell you. I realized that I didn't.
Oh, there's a
mention
chat.
people. Yeah, there's a chat. So over in the lower left, there's a share your screen option, a raise lower your hand option, which you don't really need to use. But and then there's an open close chat. So it's pretty useful at time. Well, it's particularly useful during videos since you can't really talk over the video. But yeah, that came out on April 1st actually. So they were ahead of the game on the coronavirus video.
Yeah, I saw that when it came out. And it was great. Oh my gosh, cattle decapitation, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, very different type of metal than the stuff you do, Ty.
Very much, yeah.
I got the new Neptunian Maximalism album, which is incredible.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
It has a fold out.
Oh, that's super cool. That 3 discs?
Yeah, 3 discs. Yeah. And then
how much is on each disc?
A lot. It's a pretty long album. I haven't got to listen to the disc yet, but and then the booklet inside. When I open the booklet up, it has like its own language for a lot of it. I don't know if this translates. I don't know where I ordered this and I didn't get it for the longest time. So I think they may be out of Europe, maybe. But really cool. It's kind of like jazz metal.
What's the name of the band, Caleb?
I'll put it in the link there. I'll actually link you to their page.
Sweet.
Just a second. I'll be right back.
So how's I mean, you were talking a bit about this, Ty, but you're saying the about the festival and the house stuff with Lord's going right now.
We've been really busy as of late. It doesn't feel, for me at least, it doesn't feel like we're busy, but I was just remarking to my wife like last weekend. So once a month we do a Trident cast where we do like a video podcast, and for that I have to go back through the month and like write down the things that we've did so that I could talk about them and we could tell some of the stories. And I was like, oh, we didn't do much this month, and then I write down all of this stuff, and so yeah, it's actually been really busy. We've been doing a ton of streaming. I do a video game stream every Monday. We're doing one of our guitarists, the Baron, is doing solo shred sessions, like a 2-hour, fully mixed, multi-camera live stream, like shred guitar thing once a month. We're doing a full band concert once a month. And like other than that, I've been putting out a new video for our YouTube series almost every week for like 3 months. So it's been really busy, and I've got a bunch of irons in the fire right now. I'm building armor for a bunch of our top Patreon backer fans who pre-ordered. I bought a quarter of a cow and made a bunch of sets of bracers. So I'm working on those. Those take probably something I wouldn't do if there wasn't a global pandemic, because they take like 4 to 6 hours per pair to finish, because there's all this really intricate tooling and dyeing and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're sending that out to people, and yeah, I don't know. I've got a bunch of power metal opera battle videos on the burner right now. Next one coming up is with Brittany Slays of Unleash the Archers. And that one's going to be really, really fun. I'm really excited for that one. Yeah. And, there's been a lot of video work, really keeping busy. We did the other stream that we've been doing is, we've done 2 quarantine karaoke streams where we will, I'll make a list of, 40 songs, and I'll categorize them by difficulty. So, these are dollar songs. These are $5. These are $10. The really dumb stuff is like $30. So like Spice Girls, yeah, $30. Rebecca Black Friday, $30. And then so people will pledge money for me to sing these, but they'll also pledge $5 to make me take a drink or $20 to make me take a shot, with 50% of the proceeds going to charity. And the last 2 times we did that, we raised $1,200, and I do not remember the next day. Like both times, I had a real rough time, but it was great. Last time was on July 11th, and I sang for 5 hours and 4 minutes, and I think I remember everything up until the last half an hour. So I did pretty good. The last time, I don't remember the last. Somebody asked me to sing "Let It Go" by Frozen. I don't remember that at all. And the replay got deleted from YouTube because there was too many copyright strikes, and they straight up deleted it. Like they didn't even like, oh, it's unlisted and you can't publish it. No, they like removed it. And so I to fix that, I ended up building a Raspberry Pi Linux server that lives down in my basement now, that is a multi-stream box. So I stream to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time, but it also keeps a local backup of all the streams. So then if, somebody decides to take down my stream, I have a local backup. So yeah, I've been busy, man. It's been nuts.
It's awesome.
That's very bold to let people decide when you drink.
Yeah,
I know.
That's
Yeah, that makes
I don't know
very
about that one.
50% of the liver preservation fund.
Yeah, I know. It was I went into it thinking, the first time we did this, I went into it thinking like, oh, this will be fun, and like I'll probably get super drunk in 2 hours, and I'll probably stop, probably last a couple hours, and I'll stop singing, and we'll make maybe a couple $100, and I don't know. And it was five hours straight, and I got just completely blasted, and just, whatever you want me to sing, just put it money in the chat and let's do it. I don't care. I'll sing another Rebecca Black tune. I don't know it, but I'll do it. So it was a lot of that.
Is there more than one?
I don't think so. I don't think so. There's not more than one that people know, but apparently Rebecca Black like resurfaced. She was super famous for the Friday thing. She disappeared for a while. Apparently she's like resurfaced as like an actual singer, and she's like not half bad now. How many years later? So she's probably taken some lessons. But
That's a nice little redemption arc.
Yeah. One of the things that I want to redo too is that at the very beginning of the pandemic, when we were when none of us were getting together at all, no practices, no nothing. I just to kind of start up streaming, I did like a Fang Sings the Classics opera night, where I just sang a bunch of arias, like in full armor and tuxedo, and that was really fun. Really challenging. I think I might do that again. I don't know. So yeah, streaming's been fun. Streaming's been really great. Great way to connect with, especially like the streaming regularly, right? So every Monday night streaming, really great way to connect with and the fans and kind of stay in touch. You see the same faces, quote unquote, every time. And so it's just nice to kind of get to connect with people in that way. How about you guys? What have you been up to? Any armor making? Anybody? No?
Shockingly, no.
We always talk about like buying some armor for one of our cats, but he doesn't really like to go. Well, he used to go outside, and now we the other side of our building is right by an interstate ramp, and he really does not like cars, and so he doesn't really go outside anymore. So hasn't happened, but maybe if we ever move, we'll get some
armor for yourself if you have this idea that you're going to put armor on a cat.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's mostly like if he got away or something, like then he would be safer. But
the glory,
well, he did actually. We do need to, if we are going to get serious about taking him outside, he ripped out of one of his harnesses, and I had to like chase him down. luckily we were right by our apartment, and so like I knew the area and was able to kind of corner him. But yeah, like we got him I think he's a really big cat. I mean, he's not like fat. I mean, he might be slightly overweight, but like even if he was thin, he would be a big cat. And he just snapped it. And yeah, we actually got him a dog harness, and he broke that too. Which like they're supposed to have like the cat harnesses have like safeties so they don't like choke themselves, and the dog harnesses don't. But yeah, he broke one of the clasps on it, so we need to probably get him another one. But he goes outside so little now that we haven't. I mean, it's fine for inside because he's not supposed to be out in the condo building without a leash. So for him, it's a harness, but we let him go on. Everybody on the hall knows him, so we'll just let him go out there sometimes, and he likes to go down to the other end of the hall. He's got a friend over there, so cats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's some serious armor there.
Somebody asked me if I could make that for their cat. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I have a cat that I could probably try to model it on, but like, she's not going to stay still. There's no way.
I mean, our two cats could not be more different. Like Garfield is basically a dog. I mean, like he uses a litter box, but aside from that, he's basically a dog. Because he cleans himself too. But he's like super social. And Odie though is like 100% typical cat. Does not want to wear stuff, like just not happening. And I'm not sure that Garfield's a huge fan of it, but he tolerates it. So Craig, what have you been up to?
Not doing podcasts, that's for sure. I put it on hiatus.
Are you? I know for a while you were doing like live DJing and stuff, or every once in a while you were doing that. Are you doing any of that?
I was.
Well, I think you did like some stuff at like Penguin Con or some stuff in like.
That was okay. So that
stuff.
was one episode that I did, or a couple episodes that I did in front of an audience. That was about it. Okay. But yeah, as far as DJing and that, no, I've not done any DJing. I'd like to.
Well, what would your DJ name be?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Yeah.
If you're playing music in front of a live audience, you're DJing.
That's a very loose term for DJing, but yeah, we'll go with that.
My favorite Maloney, I like it.
My favorite DJ name, and I wish I would have thought about this, is like it was a DJ disc jockey. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, I've been listening to DJ Centrifugal do shows out here in Portland online. He's been pretty busy doing that.
Yeah,
he's a friend of mine.
There's been a lot of music that folks have been doing online in that, which is really cool. But
yeah, I saw. What was this? Yeah, I've seen a lot of shows online so far. It's been a lot of fun.
Speaking of the electronic stuff, have you? I mean, I know there's been a lot of festivals going on, like quote unquote festivals, online, where they throw together a bunch of pre-recorded live DJ sets. Have you guys seen any of the one that comes to mind is Porter Robinson. What was it called? Porter Robinson Festival. Secret Sky. Porter Robinson put together this amazing festival with like. Knower was on there and Madion and like, oh my god, all these amazing like electronic artists and DJs. So cool. Yeah, I don't. Did you guys check that out or anything?
First time hearing of it, so I'll have to check it out.
There was I think the neatest part was they created a website alongside of it that was like a digital digital experience. So it was you could navigate it with your mouse and keyboard like you were walking around like fest grounds, and you could actually like turn your head and the stage was over there, and you could see the replay on you know, on YouTube, and then you turn your head over here, and it's like, oh, here's the merch booth, and it had like live stream pictures of the people watching it, you know, in the crowd, sort of like what Vakken did with their live stream stuff recently. So I don't know, did you guys catch any of the Vakken stuff?
Afraid not.
Oh, so good. Blind Guardian, one new song, three full. Oh my god, it was so good. Blind Guardian. Ah,
That's awesome.
Hansi Kirsch. Oh, you mastermind, you. I love hate him. You know, he's too good. I just, you know, I met him in a hotel lobby once, and I was too afraid to say anything. But then the guitarist from Blind Guardian like saw me looking over, and we made eye contact, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go talk to him now. So I walk over and I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry to intrude here. He's like, no, you're not. I was like, you're right. I'm totally not sorry. I'm really excited to meet you. Oh my God. Blind Guardian. He's like, yeah, see, that's better. Okay. Yeah. Very much better. Okay. It's good to meet you. Could we? Yeah. You want a picture? Okay. We'll take a picture. You know? So I'm like, I got a picture of Blind Guardian guitarist whose name I can't remember right now. You know? But Hansi just, you know, he's like, I will go to the room and relax because I cannot talk to these people.
That's got to be a stream option for you, singing in German, because that was great.
Yeah,
I could, you know, I'll just, I could start up another band in here. Start up another band in Europe and just wear a mask and nobody will know and be like, okay, Vakken, are you ready? Yeah. This is via Sprockets and now people dance.
You know what you should really do, since you've got the whole Japanese strategy down. You should do some baby metal.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't do Japanese metal. I just can't. I can't hold a candle to these guys. You know, they're playing at like 500 beats per minute, and they're doing crazy Phrygian arpeggios, and you know, and their parts are. That's the one really interesting thing about not just Japanese metal, but like Japanese popular music in general. A lot of it, at least a lot of the stuff that I guess I've listened to, is a lot more. There's a lot more interesting melodic movement in it. You know, than it's not really a lot of just like for the 4-chord stuff that I think Western audiences are more used to. There's really a lot more focus on these weird, like even there's a I guess people would call them a pop punk band. They're kind of like the Weezer of Japan, called No Regret Life. They broke up a few years ago. It really tore my heart apart because I love these guys. But a lot of their songs have just really, especially in the pre-choruses, have really interesting, you know, in terms of like music modal stuff, like interesting ways of moving back to like a 4-chord chorus that you wouldn't normally see. And even in their, I don't know, I'm digressing here, but even in their verses, there's a lot of really interesting, you know, play with the music, where I think maybe it'd be, if it was actually Weezer doing it, it would be a little bit more simple. You know what I mean? I don't know if that came across as anything but rambling, but you know, it's Japanese music, very complex. The end.
Well, it's like every verse is a solo practically.
Yeah. Yeah. I had this weird. I kind of now see how insane this is, but I had this idea that the US power metal community could somehow like do one of those collaborative covers where you get a bunch of people from a bunch of different bands. I wanted to do a collaborative cover of Angel of Salvation by Galnerius. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that. Nope. It's basically a like 18-minute neoclassical giant shred fest. Every instrument is just going like 200% full bore. And I think the main singer, hits like a high F. You know, I mean, it's like, it's stupid. It's really dumb. It is their best song, but it is so dumb. And I presented it to a couple of my friends who I know can play these parts. And they look at me and they're like, no, what? No, we can't do that. No, absolutely not. No way, you know. And me as a singer, I'm like, I could sing it though. They're like, yeah, but like, no, that'd take years. You know, we're not doing that.
14-minute song according to Wikipedia, which is never wrong.
Yeah. There was the first one I saw was I saw the radio edit of it, which was like 8.5 or something. Here, you know what? I'll pull it up and I'll just give you like a little 30-second snippet of it because it is a really good song. Okay, Galnerius. Okay, let me see how I can do this. Okay, the radio edit is 7 minutes and 48 seconds. All right, now how do I in the sharing of the screen? How do I do this? Share a YouTube video. Aha! All right, check this sucker out. I'm just going to fast forward it a little bit here if I can. Hopefully, I can. All right, how do you get out of here? Nope, that's not how you do it.
You got to stop sharing.
Stop YouTube video.
Yeah.
Aha! So that's just a little taste of Galnerius, and the shred gets even more ridiculous from there on out. But
that was pretty wild, man. That's so different than anything I listened to. It's so wild to me. It seems like a Disney theme that's been sped up, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to any Dragon Force, Caleb?
No, probably not. No.
Oh, come on. You totally have. Through the Fire and the Flames, everybody's heard that. Guitar Hero, come on. You know that one.
I haven't played video games in many years. So I'm out of the loop on that.
You've been watching anime or something like that. You'd have something along those lines. Anime.
Yeah.
Like
what?
Japanese cartoons and such.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen some things like that, but
yeah,
I've seen things along those lines, but they were pretty over the top happy.
Speaking of,
they're feeling the vitality of the moment of life in its fullness, in its neoclassical beauty.
It's interesting you said Disney metal because there's a new band out of the UK just started up maybe a year or two ago called Fellowship. Have you guys seen it? Kind of hit the YouTube algorithm just right where they did a power metal cover of "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" And it actually is really good. The guy from Fellowship, this is a bit of a spoiler, but the guy from Fellowship is going to be on the next power metal opera battle after Britney, singing Mozart's Un Aura Amorosa with me and John Yelland of Judicator. But yeah, really great voice. Guy has a voice that I'd like describe as like Broadway meets power metal. Here, I'll just I'll give you like a 30-second snippet of this.
I was impressed with that last band. I can't believe they got all the classical people together and to do it. It was pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Galnerius is pretty great, pretty fantastic.
Are they out of? I guess they're out of Japan. Is that where? Or Korea? Or I don't know, man. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, they're out of Japan, and the band that I asked to help me cover this was called Paladin from Atlanta, Georgia, and they played Prague Power last year with Galnerius. It was Galnerius' first time in America ever.
Wow.
And apparently, the singer Taylor, a friend of mine, he met Galnerius backstage, and they go. And Taylor doesn't speak any Japanese, but he comes up and he's like, "Hey man, I'm in Paladin," and they're like, "Oh, Paladin, oh I know you," and apparently he's like, "You play the Shoot for the Sun song," and they're like, and apparently his face just like he's like what and yeah, he was just walking on a cloud for the next month. He's like, Galnerius has seen my music video, like but yeah.
That's awesome.
Here's the give you a little snippet of this. Here's the Disney metal, just 30 seconds. Yeah, there you go.
has metal jumped the shark with that or not?
Oh, dude, if you don't think metal's jumped the shark with Lords of the Trident, then I mean, like, I got a whole world to introduce you to. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I think I need some Lysol to get rid of that one.
Yeah, seriously, it was a little wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, his voice, very Broadway, right? Very like kind of a thing.
Yeah. The high range was pretty great.
Yeah. He's got a very good, clear falsetto, good, clear head voice.
It's interesting to me how divisive that power metal is. Because there are so Ben, who used to come to these, and then I don't know, he just decided he didn't have time, I guess. But he really just doesn't. He's just like, I can't deal with like the dragons and like, it's just like too. He's like it doesn't even seem metaphorical. It's just like they're singing about Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like, so
yes, yes we are. He's right. 100%. Like there's a band. There's a great. Okay, not power metal. Death metal band called Deathlehem, who we have been friends with for absolute, just years and years, 10 years at this point, who are basically carbon copies of us, but they play death metal, and they just released an album, and all of their albums and all of their whole shtick is that they are like a Dungeons and Dragons power metal band. So like their albums are all concept albums that are based upon like Dungeons and Dragons games that they play together, and they're so good. Yeah, so good. Yeah.
Did anyone buy anything on Friday when they were doing another Bandcamp discount day for COVID?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, did you get any good stuff?
I mostly went through my wish list, honestly, and picked up a few things. I've been buying a lot of stuff from Unique Leader Records recently. Also a lot of electronic music as well. And Cloud Kicker, of course, has got a new pre-release, is what he's calling it, but new album coming out.
Well, he's got the new release too.
Yeah,
which is not really metal.
My collection.
but I have listened to loops a couple of times. You know, it's good. Worth checking out for sure.
But yeah, I've got several subscriptions as well on Bandcamp as well. So I get a lot of stuff in here. Like Steve Roach, I have a subscription to. Hypnotic Dirge Records as well. Just because. And a few others.
You got some pretty great album covers in your collection.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, who illustrated the Bethlehem stuff?
The Bethlehem album, I think, was actually illustrated by their singer, Jeff.
Oh, wow.
AKA Brutalis the Bloodbeard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did the art. They came out with a like a D&D manual to go along with the album that was like the full art for every song and like the lyrics and stuff like that, and it looked just like a D&D manual for like the big Kickstarter backers. They sent those out, and when I got that, it was pretty sick. It was pretty great.
I love when music comes with like themed like alternate media with it. That's like the perfect icing on the cake.
Yeah.
What are you calling alternate media?
I just, stuff that's not like, records, cassettes, physical media that's not directly like the format that you play the music on. So like for this, a D&D guide, like perfect themed thing to go with a D&D
okay.
fan.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one band that I picked up called Synth Bard. I think it showed up because it was claiming to be Creative Commons, but it was basically a bunch of covers of the old SSI games, D&D games, and that. And the cassette that they had was kind of cool as well because it looked like the actual cover of the Advanced D&D.
Oh wow!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
like
that's so cool.
Cassette type releases in the 1980s.
Oh man, that looks great. Oh, look at these song titles: "Curse of the Azure Bonds," "Pool of Radius," "Secret of the Silver Blades."
Those are covers of the actual songs from the games.
Oh hell yeah! Oh man, I'm so into this. Oh, this is okay. Oh, I see what he's doing. Oh, that's super cool. Oh, sweet. That is so great. Did you guys see did you guys hear the new Judicator at all? Anybody familiar with Judicator? No? Yes? No?
I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah. They they got picked up by Prosthetic and put out that new. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Judicator. There it is. I'll put that in the chat. Good old Aunt Judy.
I didn't realize they got picked up by Prosthetic. That's cool news.
Yeah.
I mean, not my DIY aesthetic, but definitely very cool. They've got some label support.
Yeah. I have thoughts because
I figured as much because it's sad for me. I know whenever I see a band make it really good, and it's like, damn it, they're no longer going to be releasing anything that I'm going to be able to use for the show.
Yeah, it's we have a history with Prosthetic Records. I don't know how much detail I can go into about it, but let's just say that we were also going to be on Prosthetic Records at the pretty much the exact same time as Judicator, and stuff happened.
Oh man, stuff happened. I have a buddy of mine did an album with Anthony Braxton, but he said something about a student of Braxton's, and now Braxton won't release the album.
Oh,
I would love to have like find a group of warp material that's all about stuff like this. It's really interesting.
yeah.
I mean, he sent me the album, but I can't share anything about it because I don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the problem. If we tried to theme a chat about that kind of stuff, it'd be a lot of people saying like, "Well, here's two
Lawsuits,
sentences about this thing, but I can't really say any more about it."
It would be awesome. It would be awesome.
I can say stuff off the record, but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to go into the full juicy, gory detail. I wouldn't want to spill the tea on anything recorded as of yet. I wait until we're like sitting on our yachts made out of Ferraris, and then I'll be like, yeah, let me tell you all about it. So, but yeah, up until right now, probably not. Ferrari yacht. That's a good name for a band.
That would be good like synthwave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Miami Vice vibe going on.
Did you guys new stuff? Did you guys and synthwave? Did you guys see the new Midnight? Did you hear the new Midnight album?
I haven't, but
any of the Midnight fans in here other than me? No.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, guys, you're missing the best synthwave band in the entire world. I swear to God, I almost cried.
Is it Minute like time? The minutes?
No, the midnight. I'll link it. I'll link it.
I'll get my.
I was gonna say it's not showing up very well in search terms.
Los Angeles, California, right?
Oh, yep. We did a cover of one of their songs. That's here's the Bandcamp link. So if you want to, if there's one album to listen to out of all of this stuff, Endless Summer is their big hit. That whole album front to back is absolute gold. It is. I don't think there's a bad song on that album. Their first album, too, Days of Thunder, is pretty great. It's more of kind of an EP. The one that they just came out with, Monsters, is also pretty good. It's no Endless Summer.
Endless Summer's not on Bandcamp, I guess, huh? I don't see it.
It is. It's just you got to scroll all the way down.
Yeah, I was all the way down. I found Days of Thunder, but I didn't see the. Oh, there it is. Okay, yep. I see now. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, the Midnight, hands down the best synthwave band, easily. Yep. Easily. I'll go to the mat with anybody on that one.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna play this because I think this is the best synthwave band.
Oh.
Rumble's about to go down.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. So I've driven with that, and the police sirens, not a fan while you're driving.
Yeah.
My son, every time I'm at a traffic light, or it used to be, he's outgrown this maybe now, but he'd tell me the light would be red, right? And he would say, "Red light, go."
Did it work?
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Ah,
But
damn it.
it was. He'd be like, "Green light, stop." He would
Just to
get
mess
a,
with you, huh?
he would get a kick out of that.
Definitely.
One thing that I have noticed is when I listen to like I don't know if this is just electronic like dance music, like like actual like club music, not just like headphone listening music or what, but there's like a lot of sirens and stuff in that.
Yes.
I've been listening to Boards of Canada this week. It's a band from the 90s that I kind of missed out on.
It's an entire genre.
Yeah, right. But
It literally is. There so yeah, there was there was a label that was putting out Creative Commons music, quote unquote, but it was actually they were ripping off everyone.
oh wow.
Trying to remember the name. Shoot. I will go and find the name. 1 second. Yeah, it's an entire genre of music out there.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of like shoegazy dance or electronic music, but Boards of Canada, but I don't know. It kind of sounds dated to me in a way now. I couldn't tell you why, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Crap. But yeah, there was a big stink. And it was I6 Records. That's what it was. It's EYE 6 Records. And this guy was going through and picking off a whole bunch of Creative Commons stuff and reselling it as his own stuff. And
Oh wow, he wasn't even making new recordings?
No, well, so I don't know the exact story of it, of what was going on. It was a guy out of Ireland, I think, that had his own stuff that he was doing, but then he decided to go through and pilfer a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't know why someone would do that. Doesn't seem like it'd be worth the effort.
Well, especially since people are going to find you out at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it blew up. And of course, I managed to buy a whole bunch of his stuff on Bandcamp. So I was like, okay, thanks.
Seems like there's a lot more of that, at least that I'm noticing with streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people just like typing a bunch of like, Creative Commons stuff and then, repackaging it with no, alterations as their own. And like Doug, I remember you sent me that dude that made beats like last year or something. And he had that whole backstory about how someone stole all of his stuff and threw it on their like Spotify album and like just claimed it was theirs. And I don't know, depressing.
It is depressing.
Did they get a lawsuit or anything going on?
They got like found out and then like Twitter exposed and to take it down and stuff. I don't think there was any legal or financial repercussions.
Yeah, there's
If you'd
There's
like go ahead.
I was gonna say it was fine, I think, because I think they did the attribution right, but there was the label that took I think it was Beacons, but I'm not sure, but they took a Cloud Kicker album and just like released it because he releases Ben Sharp of Cloud Kickers releases stuff under attribution, and so they gave him attribution, and that was like a long time ago, but
still a dick move, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the bands that got that had their stuff pilfered, which is Cities of Earth. Right, good stuff. And of course, you go through the discography, and it's like, oh, there's even more releases I forgot to get. Damn it. Hate when that happens.
Yeah, me too. Are you a completist?
I have.
You gotta have everything by someone you like.
I've tried to break myself of this. But there are certain bands that I've gotten into where so number one, do not become a Steve Roach fan and do not become an Ozric Tentacles fan. There are literally thousands of releases.
Oh yeah. I've got guys like that I like too.
Sounds like Buckethead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, Buckethead would be even worse. I've tried to limit myself on Buckethead releases.
Yeah.
Like he literally just wakes up in the morning, makes himself some toast, and then a release comes out.
Yeah, he'll just release an album a day, you know. I saw Buckethead in Madison many years back, and the show was like 4 hours long, and I was, around hour 3, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh man, that's incredible that how long the show was. I missed him a year or so ago, and I there was another concert on the same night, and I just figured I'd get to see him again, so I didn't go. But
it was fun. It was good. He was amazing. But there's only so many, Meatles and Wheatles I can ingest in a sitting. I think the only concert that rivals that in length that I've been to, has been been to a number of Pearl Jam concerts that have been very, very 3.5 hours. But it's I kind of get it. I get it with both of them. You have 5 billion albums, so I want to play something for everybody. But
yeah, that's testing the intestinal fortitude at that point.
Yeah, I wish people wouldn't be completists for us. Our first album, I don't want anybody to have that anymore. God, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. I recorded it all myself, and it's it sounds terrible. I have no idea. The songs are still fine, but it's just ooh, man, that recording quality, not good. Not good at all.
That's where I'm at. I'm wanting to record, and I don't know anything about what I'm doing, really. So,
yeah.
Do you mean Death or Sandwich?
Yeah. We didn't even know at the time. We didn't even know if the band was like a side project, fun, kind of let's do this for a summer and release a crappy album that we made in our living room, kind of thing. And then it just kind of blew up, and I tried to stop making that album. I put it out of print. I said, no more, we're done. Because we were making them ourselves. We were doing the CDRs and printing out the labels and sticking them on there and, printing everything. And then a record label from Ohio was like, hey man, a bunch of people want this album. I'm like, it's sold out. They're like, yeah, could we reprint it for you? I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, all right, okay.
Limited.
Yeah. If you really want no one to hear it, you could just take it off Bandcamp.
Yeah. It's not that I don't want people to hear it. It's I don't know. In all seriousness, what you could do is you could remaster it or have someone else remaster it, and then take the old one down. I think I'd need to completely remix it. Remastering would not be enough for that thing. And so, we've had drummers, past drummers, say oh yeah, we should re-record it. I'm like, nah, no, we're good. We got new songs, man. We're good.
So have you ever had someone come up to you and say, that the first album was the best album and that everything else? No? Okay.
No, they will come up to me and they'll say, I loved this song from the first album. Why don't you play this anymore? This is one of my favorite songs. But I don't think any functional human being could listen to the first album and then listen to our latest album and go this one's better. No. Doesn't work that way.
You just got some fan base.
I understand that people want to see the progression
of
the band. They started out so bad and so crappy, and look at them marginally hitting those notes. But it's just embarrassing to me now because it's like I'm better than marginal now. Now, I don't know.
Well, look at how many people go out there and try and find Metallica demos and stuff. So I mean, it's. I think part of it is just the completionist part, but it's also the seeing here's what the band sounded like with these musicians, and here's what now.
I like finding rare releases. It's a fun hobby to do it. If it's rare, I'll find it. And I like first releases in general. A lot of times the first releases they really had something there that they were able to go forward with, and expand upon, which is kind of interesting.
Gotta take off, guys. I'll talk to you later. Have fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
If you guys want to see the, I'll put a little clip of the band that started the Prosthetic Records signing progression, them to Judicator to us, and also the same band that I was talking about that got really excited about Galnerius. I'll play you like a quick 30 seconds of this. Bear in mind that the guy that you're about to see on the screen who's singing and playing guitar is like 5 foot. He's the shortest little dude. It's hilarious. There you go.
That's a beautiful bass that guy had.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why do so many metal guys look like they're coming out of 1983? Like the look, it's like right out of 83. That's kind of like, it's weird to me. But
that was the glory days, right? So everybody wants to relive those. And there's
Except the people that were actually there. When I see guys that were actually there, they're not dressing like that. It's kind of funny. Like,
yeah, there's a real resurgence of, especially in like North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta. There's a lot of Florida to an extent. Up in like the Washington area too. There's a lot of there's a heavy resurgence of like traditional heavy metal. That I've seen, where everybody looks like that, and everybody's got the patched up jackets, and they're all playing.
I've never not seen metal where people were not doing that. Was the thing, and I think that's funny because, I mean, I know so many guys that love metal and they don't dress anything like that, and I mean, I've got a metal shirt on today, but I don't feel like I'm coming out of 1983. It's kind of funny. I don't even have a leather jacket. That's where I'm at with it. I
had too many patches that friends had given me, and so I felt like I had to buy. I had to buy one. I had to buy I bought one of those vests, The problem was I only had like 6 patches. And I got them all on, and I was gonna okay, I'm gonna go out to a metal show, but it just felt really naked because everybody else is just like everywhere, So I ended up raiding. I had a bunch of like. You
felt uncomfortable with your 3 patches that you got for free.
I didn't have enough flair. I did not have enough flair, and I ended up raiding. I have like like a pin box of like pins and things like from my grandparents and from like things I've gotten, you know, like Sister City exchanges in Japan. So I just filled the whole thing with just all these weird ass pins, like, you know, Wisconsin High School Theater Association and like, you know, my grandpa's American Legion pin and like, you know, just a bunch of random shit. And people are like, "Oh, sweet jacket." I'm like, "Yeah, Wisconsin High School Theater, baby, woo."
There used to be a selection option to mute, but now it's just mute and unmute, same button. Sorry about that. I usually do try to mute when I'm not talking, but
That's all good.
I just figured out what was going on. Well, guys, I got to call it quits. Have fun.
Yeah, I actually have some friends coming over. We're gonna do some outdoor distancing drinking, so I probably got to get going as well.
Yeah.
Do you have time to help pick the topics for the vote before you head out, Caleb?
Sure.
I was kind of disappointed last week about last week's meeting because, like, I don't think we really talked about many bands, but that's okay. I don't know.
Let's see. Where's the vote?
I'm okay with wherever you guys go with the meetings. Honestly, like I'm okay with doing whatever goes up. But Douglas, I guess what you're really saying is you don't want to sit around and figure out the meeting topics on your own, right?
I mean, I've got 5 I can put in there, but like if I just put them in there, then I don't know if that's what people are going to want to talk about. That's the only thing. So,
right.
What are they?
What's the topics?
Yeah.
The ones I wrote down were to do like I don't know if it would be necessarily like if we would need to focus on like the chat specifically, but we could do that. But I was thinking about like growing online communities. I mean, we talked a little bit about that with like, you know, the live shows and stuff today. So that might be an interesting topic. Just having like a listening party where like we just whoever shows up, like you play a good song. Yeah. And then I thought the obvious one after metal would be to do a punk talk. That would be. And then Mark hasn't been in a while, but he had really been big on COVID music for a while, which I think could be an interesting topic.
I think that would be a really interesting topic. I just wish I knew more COVID things.
And then we've got a thread going in the discussion if you want to just add things or go through that. I'll mention you on it, Caleb.
Okay.
And then street performers. I can't remember who suggested that. That might have been you, Caleb.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how realistic that is because during COVID, I haven't been out to see very many street performers lately. So.
Yeah. Well,
it's kind of tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could definitely, so we usually put up 5 topics for a vote. So, we could scratch the street performers and do another one or, the whole idea is just to sort of like, the people that actually come so they have some say in, what we might talk about next week. Because sometimes people vote and then they don't come.
Make a vote and then have an option to be able to add stuff.
The problem with that is that then the votes get too like spread out. Like you have a bunch of people voting for like one thing that they added, and then like,
Oh,
I mean, we could try it.
Can you vote for multiple things?
Yeah, that's always.
Well, I don't see what the problem is then. I'll just vote for everything, and then
I'll be right. Sorry, guys, I got a jet. They're just about here, so
okay.
I gotta go.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Thanks, Ty.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, it was really good to see all of you, especially because, we had a good turnout today. That was good. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work.
I don't know where Victor was. I'm kind of surprised Victor didn't come, but
he doesn't like guitar music. That's why Victor didn't come.
Oh, I come for I'm not really. I don't know. I listen to some metal, but I wouldn't call myself a metal guy. But I come for everything.
Yeah,
I like hearing about stuff I'm not into because then I can listen to it for a while and get out of the box.
Yeah. So. Well, it's also I think kind of late for him. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Man, this is off topic, but like this guitarist I really respect and admire is doing a master's class in Germany on CES time. And I had the hardest time trying to figure out what time that was in Portland time. It's funny the other day, but I was thinking about what it must be like to try to schedule these things that you're trying to do so people can come more often. So.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, like, one of the people that from Europe would just like pick another time to do it.
You should just say that. It's like, when are you Europeans? Can you pick another time?
Yeah, I mean, I've said that multiple times, and nobody's
okay.
doing it. So,
Pressure.
But or I guess the other option would be if because I think in Europe they have enough people to do it, but like and plus like that's the same time zone, at least Central Europe, as what is the guy's name from We Did This Records? The guy from South Africa that came. I think it's Sean. Yeah, but he could be, that would be a good time for him, whatever time they pick, presumably. The other thing would be like if Potsy in Japan decided to join, but the problem with that is like I don't know if he has enough people that like speak English. Like I don't know enough people to be like, okay, you could do it and you could make it work.
Hold on, buddy. I gotta let you go. My son's here at the door.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bye. Bye, Caleb. Yeah.
Well, hello.
Yeah. Were you following any of the our discussion about potentially changing things to Saturday instead of Sunday, just to see if like that?
I did not see that, but I super support that. It's easier for me to remember for sure if it's just like first weekend day.
Yeah. So Sam can't come on Saturdays. Apparently, is the only.
Okay.
That's the only real reason not to do it at this point.
And we could always talked about like weekdays. I mean, it sounds like kind of morning slots are better for people.
Yeah, so I mean, it's fine if people want to do a weekday slot. I'm not going to be able to attend during the week, but
okay, all right.
But yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't attend both of them anyway. So if we wanted to do two, then that would be fine. So I mean, if you wanted to do one during the week, and then or like we could just say we're going to do one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and then. But we kind of need to have like one person who's going to commit to like sort of making the second one happen, So, yeah, that's the thing. Is that but it's not really all that hard. You just kind of have to like show up, and ideally it's recorded, and then people could watch it if they want. But if one of them doesn't get recorded, then it's not the end of the world.
Totally.
But yeah, I'll mention you on that thread, and then we can kind of try to figure that out.
For sure. Do you have a sec to talk about the awards for next year?
Yeah. So do you want that recorded, or I can end?
Oh yeah, we should probably not record that, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and end this, and then we can stay on.
Bye, recording.
Recording. Yeah.